Welcome to the Interesting Part Is podcast, where we delve deep into captivating stories and uncover the interesting and sometimes fascinating truths that make life extraordinary. Join us on this journey. Subscribe now, hit that notification button, and never miss an episode, because the interesting part is you being a part of it. TIPI, the Interesting Part Is podcast. Subscribe now.
Our history is like two iconic breaking ground, making history in separate ways.
Let's proceed with what I feel is the most interesting part of the program.
All the interesting things going on in the news.
It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.
There are some interesting details relating to all this. Now listen.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. If you can't be at least mildly interesting, then shut the hell up.
Let's see if they've got any interesting guests coming up.
I don't want to be rude here, but my stories are interesting.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to TIPI, the Interesting Part Is podcast. It's me, the Loud Mouth Zany K, joined today by my son. Say what up to KG. What up?
What up, dog? What up?
AKA the Jigger Man, and my man Quentin. What's up, dog?
What up? What up?
AKA Q to God. Just we got to talk about some of this ball activity, some of this beef activity. We appreciate y'all joining us. Before we get started, man, I just want to encourage everybody, man. If you like the content, man, like the channel, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and don't ever miss an episode. Do that for us right now as we get started. I've been wanting to talk to y'all about this because I don't think I have ever seen this, all right? Because the situation is brand new to a lot of people, period.
Okay.
LeBron James, his son, Bronny, has entered the transfer portal. He won out of USC, and he's also declared for the NBA draft.
Right.
What is that about?
You can. It's a certain point where you can. A lot of college players do that. They can go test the waters. It's called testing the waters.
Okay.
You can go as a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Well, as a senior, you are automatically get put in the draft because you don't have no more eligibility unless you got hurt or something like that. But freshman through junior year, if you want to test the waters, if you had a good season, you can test the waters and go through all the workouts and stuff like that for the NBA. See what your interest is for different teams. And then, you can check and see where your name is on the draft board. If you go in second round or first round, if you're going to be lottery or top five.
Right.
So, it's up to a certain point, though. So, if you get to that certain point and you kind of be like, I don't think I can leave, then you'll go back to school. You'll still obtain your ability.
All right. But, Quentin, here's the question. Is Bronny ready? Is he ready for the NBA? Or should he just go take his ass back to school? I'm saying, what was his stats like?
I think he should just a couple more years.
Okay.
A couple more years at USC because I don't know if he developed, but they saying that he's not a college player, but, we'll see if he's an NBA player. I mean, if he's not a college player, then what makes him an NBA player?
Exactly. I didn't follow him a whole lot, but I know he didn't play as much as we probably thought he would play.
Yeah, but also you got to remember, Pop, that he had a heart issue too. He had a heart attack.
That's right.
Over the summer, so he wasn't really able to practice the way he was supposed to be. He had a scare. So I mean, if you really think about it, you go to the school. I mean, you kind of putting USC and yourself at a risk. If he ain't fully healthy and we just kind of pushing him because he Bron's son,
right?
And if he pass out here, then that's on us. You know what I'm saying? So that's on us.
Somebody got to pay.
Somebody got to do something. So maybe
LeBron James, Bronny James. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I forgot about the health issue though. I forgot about that. About that.
I just don't want it to be another Michael Jordan, Jordan Jr. Scene, because how Jordan's sons was looking They was trash in there, trash basketball.
Hey, look, hey, Q, he
I
got
don't
two
want.
more sons that's in the NBA right now, killing.
Yeah. He got Jimmy and Ant in there, but
That's
I
what's
don't
up.
want I don't want Bronny to end up terrible. So he might as well just biting off more than he can chew. So he might as well just go back to college,
Yeah,
adapt a little bit more, get
I think
get a
so.
little bit
Get some
bigger.
game.
I think he could use another year or so. I mean, I get it. I think what do you think that the plan is for them to play together? Do you think that could really happen?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it could
I think that
happen.
could definitely happen for sure.
But
I
what's
think
the
that
rush though? He's getting money. He got the NIL deal. I mean, and NIL deal. He got the NIL deal. He's already making millions. What's the rush, bro?
Well,
Just
the
I
rush
think it's
is
more
that his dad ain't gonna play forever.
right. I think the rush
If they want to play together, this year, next year, it's
it
got to
got to
be
be
next
soon.
year.
It got to be soon. And I think that Bron is kind of pushing that narrative. That's why they come out and say, like last week, Brian Windhorst reported that, the reason why Bronny didn't perform the way he was supposed to perform is because he was at USC. They weren't putting him in his right position.
Right.
Point guard, all this other
now they're
stuff.
making excuses. They're making excuses.
The media is going to work right now.
He say now they making excuses. They gotta have something to say.
Yeah, the La Media. That's the La Media for you.
La Media. All right, it's TIP. The interesting part is I appreciate y'all joining us. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Real quick, we wanted to talk a little bit about this beef that's going on. Now, listen, off the record, we had some discussions about what's going on last night before last.
Right.
But the last podcast I did, I was on with your uncle. We talked about Drake, and I said Drake got a back-to-back coming. He's got something coming. After he did that first song, I was like, that's just the one that was in the chamber. He got a couple more in the chamber, and sure enough, to start off the weekend, right, he dropped another. He did the drop and give me 50. But then last night, and y'all tell me what you think, because there's been a lot of discussion about is this AI or whatever.
Yeah.
But last night I heard one that he dropped where he AI voiced Tupac and Snoop.
Right.
And then he jumped on the end of it and just called Kendrick out. So like imagine if Tupac is alive and he pleading with Kendrick. Where you at, dog? Where you at, dog? You need to stand up for the West Coast, K-Dot. Where you at? Same thing with Snoop. Snoop was like, man, you got to represent. And then Drake come in and like, yeah, you got to represent where you at, dog. We supposed to wait another week? I mean.
He said, you right,
Where they at? Where they
at? Keep waiting.
Okay. Go ahead, Q. Go ahead.
What? Come on, where your boy at?
He's working on other things right now, but he's gonna respond to him. And when he responds, all these Drake songs that Drake has been carefully crafting and all this bull that he's been doing, it's nothing. As soon as Kendrick drops, the whole world's gonna be behind Kendrick. So I mean, Drake can keep dropping. He can keep dropping. Drop another song. We want him to keep dropping. Show us what you got.
Listen, man. Listen.
Trash.
You ain't never, ever heard of a 20v1 in a rap beef. Everybody all of a sudden want to diss. I helped all of y'all get y'all number ones. I helped y'all get y'all bread up, and all of a sudden y'all want to diss over some women? Are you crazy?
Is it over women? Because like this is what I always say. It's like it's only a couple things that can come between men, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's only a couple things, and that's money and women.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when Drake first ripped, and he took Kendrick with him. He brought Kendrick along. He took him on his tour. Like you said, he gave him one of his first #1 chart hits.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing he did for Rick Ross. All these guys
everybody.
Future. Ain't they done platinum songs together? I mean, is it just that hip hop is this competitive sport and they got to come after the guy that's on top?
I believe
that's what it is with Kendrick.
I believe that might be the case, but I also believe that it's two different beefs. I believe that the beef with Future and Metro Boomin and with The Weeknd and that stuff over there, that stuff is little. But I feel like the beef that Drake really want, the smoke that Drake really want, and the smoke that everybody else want is that smoke between Kendrick and Drake. Because this stuff has been happening, Pop, since I was in a freshman in high school. Like they've been throwing subliminals to each other since I was a freshman in high school. So it's always a sit. And Drake's points is valid though. His points are valid. Like, bruh, like every time you say something, you going off these moments. Every time you say something, I really check you and ask you, are you for real about this? And now I'm hearing from you. So is it real or is it not? So now what I'm gonna do is, since you on your own now, and Top Dog, you're not on the Top Dog Entertainment, and Top Dog is he in LA, he doing what he do. But since you're not there, he can't protect you no more. So now you out here on your own. So what you gonna do when I really try to smoke you out of LA and really see if you on that type of time? Point blank, period. I'm gonna put Pac on the. I'm gonna write Pac's verse.
I'm gonna write Pac's verse.
I'm gonna write
Snoop's verse.
And put them in their voice, and I'm gonna make it play like it's time.
How do we know he wrote? How do we know he even wrote those verses though?
No, here you go with your ghostwriter. Look, man, here you go. You know what? We had this discussion. There's a lot of people that use ghostwriters. That to me don't even matter. I think that in this case, I think that Drake is coming. He's showing you just how strong he is. He's undefeated when it comes to this. He undefeated, dog.
No,
he's 0-1.
He's very cerebral.
Versus who?
When it comes to this.
He 0-1 versus who?
He's
Pusha T.
No, he's 1-1 because he smoked Meek Mill.
Meek Mill's not a problem.
What? So now you don't want to count Meek Mill. At the time, Meek Mill was on fire.
At the time, Meek Mill was on fire.
Was he?
He destroyed Meek. He laid Meek down forever.
Meek ain't been the same since.
He laid Meek down forever. I'm not familiar with the Pusha T joint. I'm not that familiar. Let me take a listen to it.
Yeah, you gotta go ahead and listen to Pusha T, Story of Adonis.
But this is what we've been waiting on for 10 plus years.
Okay,
I'll just put it like that. This back to back and back and forth, we've been waiting on for 10 plus years. And Drake is really tired of Kendrick always having something to say, subliminal, but not really putting no name on it. So now it's nothing Kendrick can do because Drake done put a name on it.
He put his name right out there.
He told you drop and give him 50. He gonna wear every chain next time he come out to LA. He told you ain't chain snatching nothing. He told you I'm gonna be with some bodyguards like Whitney, which is your wife's name.
Oh,
he told you.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that line. That was like
and Whitney and Pop, you a movie head, so you know Whitney Houston was in a movie called The Bodyguard.
That's right. That's right. And those rumors are circulating that Kendrick's wife was with her bodyguard or whatever.
Exactly. So he said not only gonna be some bodyguards, but I'm gonna have every chain on. You not snatching nothing, and you can't be big stepping with a size 7 men's on. So
you need to spend some more time with that. I feel you though. You riding for K-Dot all the way, huh?
Yeah.
Listen, K-Dot is on the clock. It's been a week.
Okay.
That's right. NFL draft subliminal. He on the clock, baby. You on the clock.
Doesn't matter.
He's on. I don't want to hear about. I know Taylor Swift just dropped. Kendrick. I mean, Drake keeps saying all of this stuff. I know Taylor just dropped her album, and your label is telling you not to drop now because Taylor is not gonna work. It's Taylor Swift time. So like you're on restriction. I get it, but that ain't gonna stop me from smoking you out, dog. You've been talking this talk for a long time.
Time. Here we go.
Hey, he been clicking the bottles, talking about some Warriors. Come out and play.
Look,
and when he came outside,
ain't got nothing to say.
Ain't nobody outside when he come outside.
So I mean, what he gonna do? Quentin, do you think that? When do you think he coming back? When is he ready?
I don't know. I'm not. I'm not Kendrick. I'm not his label. I'm not his management. All I know is he's gonna respond because he has the whole West Coast on his back. So I know he's gonna respond.
Okay,
I know he's gonna respond.
All right, we gonna see this. It's TIP out of Interesting Part is. Hey man,
look, this wait. Before this is what I'm just gonna tell you about Kendrick and Drake. Drake is doing this thing that LeBron does when he goes against Michael Jordan claims of being the GOAT. He wants to get all the stats. He wants to build his accolades up to the highest extent. So and you can't say that he's not the GOAT.
Right.
That's exactly what Drake is doing right now. He's putting out song after song after song before Kendrick can even get a song out. Because once he drops one song, the song don't even got to be about Drake. It could be about a sandwich. One line about Drake, and the whole world's gonna go crazy. Every song that you heard about Drake that Drake dropped is not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. Aubrey Graham is not gonna matter. He's gonna be Aubrey Graham from there on out. Kendrick is gonna kill him with one line. I promise you. The whole world's gonna forget everything about him.
All right, we'll see. We gonna
Maybe
see. I like
that.
that. I like
They
that. I
be
like
counting
that
the light
take.
skin out.
I like that take though. I ain't mad at that. I like that. But here's the other thing I'll say about that. The interesting part about that is that yeah, of course, Drake is giving him all this attention, which is what he wanted. So now, yeah, everybody is sitting and waiting for him to say something. And I think you're absolutely right. He can say whatever he like because he's got the attention now. Thanks to Drake. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
No, thanks to
I'm
Future.
the hit maker y'all depend on.
You're welcome.
Thanks to Future and Metro Boomin.
That too. I don't know if y'all saw this, but Drake sent the drum line to Magic City. Did you see that? Because he said because Metro Boomin was up in there, so he sent the drum line. And in the middle of the night, while everybody in the strip club, he had a drum line out in front of the Magic City. So like, go play some drums. He said, go play some drums.
I didn't see that actually. That's terrible.
I will show you a little clip of it. I will show you.
Out of Magic City in Atlanta, and they was out there playing the drums because the night before he posted, Nick Cannon playing the drums from Drumline, but had Metro Boomin's face.
Had Metro's face on it, dog. I'm telling you, he loaded it up.
He's a troll.
He loaded up on your squad. He taking them all out at once. It's like
Thanos.
10 against him and him against 10, and he laying them
He
all
can take out all the other ones.
Thanos.
He can take them all. Did he even take out Rick Ross? He didn't take out Rick Ross. Rick Ross, somebody got a BBL.
Yeah. He let Rick have it on Drop and Give Me 50.
BBL Drizzy got a nose job and all. He's done. He got
all
a
right.
six-pack.
All right. If anybody's was weak, it was that anyway. Hey man.
He got a manufactured six-pack.
Okay. All right. What's next, Pop? What's next?
A surgical six-pack that he put on his body, and he's not keeping up with it, so it's not looking the same. He's getting back fat.
I hear you repeating the lines from Rick Ross' song, but
Big Don.
I'm just saying, hey, Big Don's at Big Don's Collection .est 2020. Yeah, y'all check this out, man. This is our guy. This is a family-owned business.
Yeah, Big Don's is amazing.
Big Don's is off the chain. Fellas, I heard this guy say the other day about how this generation, because I was watching the Freaknik video, the show about that happened back in the 90s. And there was a big old party in Atlanta, if you guys are unfamiliar with it. I'm sure you've seen videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it just got bigger and bigger every year, and it just kind of took over the city, and so the city had to kind of shut it down. We were talking about it and how that energy could not be, it's not going to happen again with this generation. And one of the things the guy said was because those kids at that time, this was before cell phones and all this other kind of stuff, those kids at that time were in the moment. This generation is preoccupied with capturing the moment. So it's not like we can just do our thing, right? We gotta everybody pulling their phones out and all this. Do you agree with that? Do you think that this generation is so preoccupied that they can't enjoy these kind of moments or enjoy these kind of celebrations like the previous generation?
Yeah. Go ahead, Q. You got it.
I think this generation is it's not really preoccupied with the phones because it's a lot of moments that have been made, a lot of classic historical moments that have been made without the phones. But I think it's just Freaknik was more of like a, back then it was more of a get together, and then it turned a little dark. I think people know now that like what can happen to you. I think just people are kind of a little smarter about things.
All right. So it's that this generation is not looking to duplicate that kind of energy. You won't never see that again.
No,
like in the open doors.
I think that I think that you're right. I think that for the most part, everything is too accessible. So to Quinton's point, like, yeah, a lot of things are way more accessible, so people are getting smarter. So that means that we know that there are cameras everywhere. We know that, if we have an agenda or a plan, we're gonna make sure that if it's a situation where phones got to be put away or whatever, we're gonna be way more smart about the situation than y'all were back then. But at the same time, I do feel like the energy will never be reciprocated or duplicated because I feel like for that very reason, like everybody's going to try to be smarter, everybody's going to be trying to be a little safer, but then also those moments back then came organically. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
A lot of things that come back around aren't as organic. Like everything is trying to be recreated from what happened in the 90s or in the 80s. So, I think that if we want to my generation and Quinton's generation want to create those type of moments, we kind of have to find our own lane and show our evolution in the space of whatever generation we are.
Yeah, and some of those spring breaks, some of those wide open celebrations. Yeah, like those times. I mean, you had to have one of them big. I remember because I had one. My dad had one of them big cameras you put on your shoulder.
Yeah.
With the videotape that was this big, you had to.
And I honestly don't even think that it's like the generation so stuck in having like phones. But I think it's like more like we just know a lot of things can happen at any point in time. So it's good to have your phone out and capture the moment.
Yeah, because we can, and also we can see like we've been through situations and we've seen things that like we can actually see. Like I know in your time, a lot of things that might have happened, on different coasts or you were in Chicago, you grew up in Chicago, so things that might have happened in LA or things that might have happened in Florida or things that might have happened in New York, you only heard word to mouth. Like it wasn't like Biggie could drop an album and everybody in the world could hear it. Sometimes it was like we heard this dude in the East Coast named Biggie Smalls, he the best, he the nicest, you know what I'm saying? And then you had to like wait and so the anticipation was there. But I think for us, we so used to like seeing things and our attention span isn't as big that we are more focused on, I wouldn't even say capturing the moment. I would say we're so more focused on creating the moment.
Yeah.
Because with social media and content and stuff like that, I think we kind of evolved between me and Quinton's generation of like capturing the moment and also like creating the moment. Like now everybody wants to create a moment that can be captured. You know what I'm saying? So
that's right.
I think it's just gonna keep going.
That's right. All right, TIPI, the interesting part is make sure y'all subscribe. All right, fellas, I want to get into a little chat and something I was talking about with some friends, and I want to get your take on it, Jigga. The women's basketball.
Yeah.
Right?
Get it.
Now, I'm going to tell you something, man. This is the first time I have ever stopped and dropped for college basketball, women's college basketball. I haven't been watching it. No, there's no way I've been watching it until this year. And I think it's because last year, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark started a little rivalry. And this year just kind of rolled over. So it had momentum this year. And then they both have been playing lights out.
Absolutely.
What do you think about the women's game? But more importantly, what do you think is going to happen with her and the WNBA?
I think Caitlin Clark is gonna set a new precedent for basketball, for women's basketball.
Okay.
I think that she is going to change the salary and change the way that the women's game is looked at as far as financially goes. She's a draw. Yep. I also feel like Angel Reese is going to be the same type deal, but the only reason why I feel like Angel Reese is going to be that is because she came to a big market like Chicago.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sky, you know what I mean? But I think that the women's game is getting better. And to be honest with you, I didn't know. I probably could have named 5 women in college basketball and opposed to naming 5 men in college basketball.
Swear to God. I swear to God. I mean, I had when the Final Four was coming around and all that, I didn't know any of the players. The draft is coming up this summer. I don't know anybody who's in line, but I knew about these girls for the first time like ever, and I'm a basketball fan, but I wasn't following the game. I think you're right. I think that she's going to, after this rookie contract is up, I think the whole face of that league is going to change because it's already, Quinton, it's already changing. They got a preseason game in Cleveland that tickets was going for $20. Now the cheapest ticket is $169. This is a game that nobody would have even been knowing that is happening. It's WNBA preseason. No one was going to be in that gym until now. So I think you're seeing it change. And with these players that's going to the sky, man, y'all, boy, the league finna change.
The Twin Towers, I'm trying to tell you.
So let's do this. Let's do this. This is one thing we like to do, top 5. Yeah. Top 5 and why. And Jig, I'm going to start with you. I want you to give me, and Quentin, I want you to think about this too. Top 5 all-time female players. College or pro, or both.
Or both.
Top 5 all-time. Jigga man, number 5.
Number 5. Oh, in the order too. Oh, that's so tough. Okay.
Number 5.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't
number
know.
5. I'll say Candace Parker.
Candace Parker. All right.
Candace Parker. Chi-Town, brought a championship, but she's 2-time WNBA champion, won a national championship in college at the University of Tennessee. Nasty. Real game.
Nasty.
And
Quentin.
And beautiful.
Top. I know. I remember you used to say you was gonna marry her. Was that her? Is it Candace? He used to say all the time, I'm gonna marry Candace Parker. She gonna be my woman. All right. Top 5 female players all time. Quentin, who you got at number 4?
Maya. What's the girl that played on
Maya Moore?
Yeah,
Maya Moore. All right,
yeah,
Maya Moore.
I think she's number 1.
You just gonna jump to number 1 with Maya Moore?
Maya Moore is number 1.
Okay, on your list, baby.
Maya Moore cold though. She cold. Look, she
cold.
stopped early, and she stopped real early, real early. But she already had about like 3 WNBA championships. She was MVP twice at the WNBA. She won, I think, 3 national championships. I think she went undefeated in college until she went to the WNBA. Like, she's the truth, but I'm not gonna put her at number 1 though. That's crazy.
Who's the girl who plays for the New York Liberty?
Sabrina and Onescu. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I'm sorry, Sabrina, if
the New York Liberty. No, she's been around for a long time. I don't mean Sabrina. The other girl. It's not Sue Bird.
Brianna Stewart.
Okay. All right. So
she got cold too.
You got to be on that list. Dawn Staley has got to be on that list.
Cheryl Swoops.
Cheryl Swoops has got to be on that list.
Diana Taurasi. Tamika Catchings.
Taurasi, that's who I was thinking about. Taurasi. Yeah. She's cold. She's cold, dog.
Yeah. She played for the Lynx too. I can't remember her name right now, Pop. It's gonna come to me.
Right. It's gonna
pop
got her
jersey retired too. I feel bad because I used to see her all the time in lifetime.
And the reason I wanted to talk a little bit about that is because this league has endured for 20 years. They've been envious of the male game. They don't have the same budget, the same crowds. I really think that we're seeing a change in that.
Absolutely.
I think with these girls, between Angel Reese and this Caitlin Clark, I think these two, this is your Bird and Magic, right? This is your Bird and Magic. And I think that the attention that they've garnered over the last couple of years in school leading into I think that momentum is going to be crazy for the league, and I'm so happy for these girls because
hopefully it changes.
There's no way that we can say that there's no way that we can go down that list and not mention the absolute GOAT of women's basketball.
Who
is that?
And that is Cheryl Miller.
I was wondering if somebody was gonna say Cheryl Miller.
Point blank period. She's the GOAT. She is the GOAT of women's basketball.
She was scoring 40 a game in college, man. In high school.
Listen. Reggie didn't want no smoke with her.
That's right.
Reggie didn't want no smoke with her.
He became the player he is because his sister was so hard on him.
That's how he got to that level.
That's how he got to that level.
That's crazy.
Come on.
That's crazy.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all joining me. If people want to catch up with you, Keanu, give me your social media. Where can they find you?
Yeah, I'm on IG, K_Glover3. That's where you can find me at. Follow me. I follow people back, so don't be scared. I don't bite.
That's right. That's right. And Q, I know you still got your music out there. Where can people find you and follow you and hear some of your stuff?
I got music on Spotify. I go by Mr. Heffy. Just Mr._Heffy. On IG, Twitter, anywhere and everywhere. That's
all
where
right.
I'm at.
Catch up with my guys. Remember, like and subscribe to the channel. We love y'all madly. We got to get out of here.
Wherever
As
that
always,
post
in
is
party.
down
Y'all
there,
know how this would go. No matter what happened. I mean, fly low.
Avoid the radar.
Avoid the radio.
Avoid the radar. And no matter what happened, when they come for the car,
Save
the
the
radio.
radio.
TIPI, bitch.
Let's go.
Our history is like two iconic breaking ground, making history in separate ways.
Let's proceed with what I feel is the most interesting part of the program.
A lot of interesting things going on in the news. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.
There are some interesting details relating to all this. Now listen.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. If you can't be at least mildly interesting, then shut the hell up.
Let's see if they've got any interesting guests coming up.
I don't want to be rude here, but my stories are interesting.